Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Kickstartin It. Today we're going to be taking a look at Balrum, which is a bit of a interesting little hybrid of various genres. Now, this is a very early, extremely early alpha build. This is the product that they have so far, and they need the funding to actually make the finished game and get through all the other art assets that need to be created. As it stands, they have pretty much to rely on you guys to make sure that this game gets made. Now, what this game consists of is actually a variety of things, and we're getting a little bit of lightning and light rain right now. I'm walking around. You can use the mouse or the WASD keys to move. Now, in this game, you actually have a little bit of variety is what you can do. This workbench won't be here in the final version, and you may notice a few bugs here and there because this really is a extremely in development stage of production. This is not a stage of production that most groups would actually let out a demo or any kind of, well, anything people would really get their hands on in the mainstream. Now, through a bit of necessity as well as some poking and prodding on my part, I was able to get a very early release of this, and I'm going to show you guys a few of the things that this game has. Now, on the workbench thing here, which you wouldn't have in this act, is the ability to create your own house, and there are various things you can build here, and you get bonuses for sleeping in your own home as far as adventures go. Now, I'm not really going to do this. It's actually fairly fleshed out. I don't have all the equipment to build all this stuff. And just like in Minecraft, it's going to be raining. And see, you can just build down your walls. And I just really quickly clicked there. That was my own fault. But you can build your own house, and there are corner pieces and stuff like that. I would like to see that fleshed out by the later versions, but for now, and considering how early it is, it just proves that the concept is there and they understand what they're doing with the building. Considering you can build your house out of a variety of things, I kind of like that. But I'm going to go ahead and close out of that real quick. And we're going to go ahead and go into our inventory and get ourselves equipped for a little bit of work that we have ahead. Let's go ahead and get into our spell book, which is, I believe, going to be this button right here, which is also accessed with a quick key that I am forgetting. Yes, they do have hotkeys in here. Let's go ahead and give ourselves fireballs on 1. We'll have attack on 0, I believe. And we'll have stun on 9. Now, as far as this bottom layout right here, just a little recommendation. You probably want to switch the 0 down to the very end because of how the keys are arranged on the standard keyboard. Just a small little note there. Something that is not going to make that big of a difference at all. But that just makes more logical sense, so. Now, I'm going to show you a little bit of combat first, now that I've already mentioned that, yes, you will end up building your own house, and you will end up being able to farm and craft. It's got an extensive crafting system already in place, and an even greater one planned, where you can create your own formulas, and it's really in-depth. I encourage you guys to donate if you just enjoy crafting games. Oh, let's see if we can get over to this graveyard. I know there's some guys over here, because there's actually a quest you can get for this. Now, this is going to be your first encounter with enemies. Now, as soon as you get into range of them, you enter turn-based mode. Now, combat in this game is most definitely a strategic turn-based thing. So if we press 1, we'll switch to using our fireball, and we right-click on the monster and pew. We shoot at them, and they catch fire. Now, that's really kind of a cool effect, and obviously you'll have more spells and options in the final game. So let's go ahead and we'll keep firing fireballs at this guy. Oh, he resisted until he gets up close, and now it's kind of like a little bit of strategy thing. So we're gonna go with a stun, which is our 9, and we'll swing at him, and he is stunned for a couple turns. So let's try and finish him off before he recovers. He's only got 1 more turn on that, though. So I highly doubt we'll be able to kill him quite that fast. And now, just finish him off. And he drops a little treasure. Now, as this is early alpha, the controls need some fleshing out, such as basically just minor programming things to make things operate a little bit smoother. They definitely have the skill there, as is presented in a lot of the aspects of the game. Now, in this early alpha, I don't have the ability to save, so collecting things not real important to me just yet, and we're going to be chased by that spider. If I remember the map correctly, there is going to be a dungeon down here, so I'm going to go ahead and head down there off screen, and I'll show you guys some of the tile sets in just a little bit. Be right back. And we're back, and here we are kind of at this little bit of a castle area, and I'm going to go ahead and just show it off a little bit. You can see all the different like implements inside the castle. I haven't found a way in yet, but I think that's just me being dense. So we can't really show the combat with, like, say, the ghosts or anything like that, but I was noticing earlier that the ghosts were fighting the skeletons, so that leaves me somewhat hopeful that there will actually be like wars beyond just your character fighting nature. There will actually be situations where nature fights nature, which is something that I actually really do like seeing in games where exploration and... oh, there's the way in. There's a door. Where exploration and basically just being adventurous pays off. Now, I'm going to open this door, and I have a gut feeling that ghost is going to rip me to pieces. Hello. Yeah. Let's go ahead and let him walk out the door. And one, and fire. And fire again. Resisting me. It is futile. Why do I have a feeling this is going to hurt? Oh, it didn't hurt as bad as I thought it would. Oh, it's only a level 2 ghost. Okay. A lot less stressful. Ooh, and I am missing like left and right. There we go. One more hit should do it. And dead he is. Dead he is. And we can open up bookshelves. I've noticed that a lot of the environment is already explorable. And not necessarily destructible. That would be something that would be kind of interesting to see added. And it may be already on their list of things to do. And we're going to get in here and steal some of their bread, because why do ghosts need bread? That or it's really stale by now. I don't really have a lot to say about this game, besides I've actually enjoyed playing the really, really early alpha version, which kind of surprises me. A lot of really early alphas either extremely lack in gameplay. Oh, I'm going to run away from these guys. They either lack a lot in gameplay or they lack a lot in functionality, and this is neither. I'm kind of surprised that the devs were so hesitant to release it, although I also do understand why. There are some bugs in it right now that would obviously be ironed out whenever the game goes to release. And we're going to wander over here and explore an area that... ooh, I'm not sure I want to explore that area. As you can see from my mouse highlighting over the wolves, there's a number of them over there. I'm not going to go in there. That chest is not worth it to me. Maybe you'll get to see what's in that chest another time. But yeah, as of the Kickstarter that's going on right now, it only has about 4 days left as of the recording of this. So whenever this gets up, it's probably going to be down to 3 days left, which means it really is needing of your help to get it funded. Now, many Kickstarters do get that surge in the end, and there are a lot of people who are backing Balrum, which really is encouraging, and hope they already have ideas of who they're going to get to help them finish it. And I really do hope to see it funded, because I think this game could be a lot more than what people are giving it credit for. I know that a lot of the responses that I've gotten from linking it are that people are hesitant based on either the art style or on the basically aspirations of the game. But I have to say, now that I've gotten my hands on it, I really do enjoy what they have so far. There are some minor things they could do to improve it slightly, and this looks like another area that I don't want to be in. There's a trap door up there though, so let's see if we can get to it without dying horribly. Nope. That's a whole big bag of nope. Oh goodness. I may die right here, so I'm not going to take another move because it is turn-based. I'm going to go ahead and just say my opinion of the game is a lot more favorable now that I've gotten a hold of the early alpha. Extremely early alpha. This is the one that they're doing debugging and stuff on, as is evidenced by... let's go ahead and go to the options menu. As you scroll down, there are still development keys. So that's going to be a little bit... it's going to be a little bit interesting to go through this, and right now the options menu is very minimal. Probably see that expand as the game expands. And yeah, definitely go check it out. There is a link down in the description. And it is definitely a lot better than what first impressions would have given it just by watching their little intro video. I don't know whether it's just because the intro video or just because you don't actually get your hands on in it. There's a lot of building to it, although it's not necessary. There's a lot of combat to it, although again, it's not necessary. I actually was able to escape from a lot of things while running down to that castle. And there are a lot of interesting weather effects, and the enemies are triggered differently depending on your light radius and your movement and stuff like that. So it really is an interesting game to check out, especially if you are into building games with a lot of action-adventure kind of tactical thought. One thing that I would hope to see, but I don't know if they're going to actually have the resources to do it, would be to have multiple party members, but that's something that I think would be best left to a Balrum 2 should that ever become a thing. Balrum 1, I think everyone should try and get it funded so they can have that proof of concept out and get it moving, and then if that is popular enough, maybe even move on to a second iteration of this concept into something even more fleshed out, and maybe even move up to a AAA type title. But that is my quick Kickstartin it, my quick review of Balrum. Sorry for introducing you guys to it so late. I only just now got my hands on stuff to make a video over and give you a strong opinion on, and it's definitely worth checking out. Give it a go. Sadly, I cannot give you guys access to the early alpha. It is kind of just important to understand that it is in development and they're kind of limited on what they can give out without risking their campaign. Now, I'm giving my honest opinion here, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well whenever it is finally able to be released. There are beta tiers which you can get in on. But yeah, this has been Alzorath. Hope you guys enjoyed this real quick look at Balrum. I've played it for actually about 2 hours. I did one run where I ended up dying to some spiders, and then I got through and got used to the controls, and I played it through a few times seeing what else I could build, what I could craft, and yeah. So I enjoyed it enough to keep playing it for a while, and I'm really looking forward to whenever the save load feature is active. But yeah, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time on Kickstartin it. Bye.